guys, so today we're going to talk about using technology in the classroom, which we all already do one-to-one. Our students always have their Chromebooks out, but are we using it purposely? And how can we make it a little bit better and a little bit more purposeful as we're going through our PBL? All right, so the first way, a really great way to incorporate technology in the classroom is augmented reality. That gives your students a chance to get kind of outside the walls of the classroom while they're really still sitting in your classroom, being able to see different areas, just kind of some different things other than what's inside your classroom. Also, your engagement is really high as you use augmented reality, because our kids are in the technology world, always all about our phones and computers and chat and all that kind of stuff. Also really helps with the classroom culture, keeps that really positive vibe going, keeps them on task, not really having to deal with any kind of behavior issues or anything of that nature while you're working in an augmented reality set lesson or experiment, or however you want to say that. So a really awesome augmented reality tool is this Merge Cube. They're working on getting this to work with the Chromebook as well. Currently, it's just on Apple and Android devices, but really cool. There's some cool solar system things where you can just kind of pull up and it shows you the entire solar system. Great models of like human body, and they can kind of turn the cube as they're working and see different areas of, that's weird, areas of whatever you're talking about. So you can make the Merge Cube into like the Earth and see all different sections of the globe as you turn your cube. So depending on how you turn it will depend on what it's talking about. Another really awesome technology focus is blended learning, also called flipped classroom. The research that I did just really focused on videoing your lessons, videoing your direct instruction, and having students watch that direct instruction as like a homework assignment. That way, when students come into your classroom, they're ready for the actual activity. So this works really well in like science classrooms, a history classroom where you have like an activity you need to work on, but they also need that direct instruction to know where you're going with that. Screencastify is the tech tool that I've always used for flipped classroom lessons, so they can see what your screen looks like, or whatever you're wanting them to see, whether it be behind you on a learning target board or whatever. They're able to see that and then watch it back whenever they get a chance. I know a lot of students, especially in our area, don't have internet at home. So maybe if you have like a home room, or if they have time at another point during the day to watch that flipped classroom lesson, they can just do it whenever they need to, post it on Google Classroom, and they can just kind of watch it whenever they get the chance. Coding and constructivism are great ways to keep students engaged in lessons and also working together. They really need that social interaction, and coding gives them a way to socialize not only in the realm of like at their table or in their group, but also outside the classroom as well. Scratch.mit.edu is an awesome program for coding and just like the basics of coding. It doesn't get into the like HTML. It's just blocks coding where they just connect the blocks and see what's happening. Gives them a chance to kind of do games and things like that, just to learn more about code. Also, code.org is the Google version of coding, just a basic coding, getting students engaged in learning how to use the blocks code and working together to figure that out. Code.org is really great for unplugged lessons as well, not just computer-based. So tying this all together, really great PBL project-based learning. All these things are wonderful in parts with project-based learning. So hopefully, as you're doing a project, you can kind of incorporate lots of different technology tools and different types of technology into the project-based learning throughout the entire process, and not only the end product at the end, being able to display what you've worked on. And then the resources that I used, a couple of journal entries that I found on JSU's library, talking about augmented reality, PBL, and moving to a blended classroom and a flipped classroom lesson.
Are you sure you want to change your
Yes. Hope it's not playing this awkward part.